What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. I just realized that it looks like I am not wearing a shirt. And that probably just made a bunch of annoying microphone sounds. I'm sorry. This feels a little weird to be doing this because I don't have enough subscribers. Although I'm very appreciative of all 14 of you. To warrant like making a post and being like, hey, what are some things that you would like to know about me? But I have an imagination, so I came up with some things that maybe even people who know me don't know about me, because let's be honest, I think the only people that watch my videos are people that know me in real life. So I wanted to do this video because, well, mainly because when I find somebody new on YouTube, this is the kind of video I like to look for. If I've seen some of their content and I am like, yeah, I think I want to subscribe and like see more of their stuff, I want to know more about them as people or as a person. So I will look for this kind of thing really early on. So I wanted to do this to kind of introduce myself, but also this is perfect today because I have been having the last 4 or 5 days really bad flare up and just basically feeling like dog shit. And this is the first day in quite a few days that I actually feel like a person again. And so this, I felt like, was the perfect day to be like, hey, I am not my illness, I am a real person. Here's some things that you might be interested to know about me. So I'm rambling really long, and I'm gonna just throw some things at you that you may or may not care about. I guess the basics, in case you are new here and you don't actually know me. I'm 27. I am currently living in Texas. I have lived in Missouri and Indiana also. I am a college art instructor and I teach art. I've taught drawing and painting and art appreciation, and I'm teaching some sort of combo of that in the next coming year. I was born and raised in Krakow, Missouri. It's between Washington and Union, if you know where either of those towns are. It's a town so small that I'm pretty sure we don't even get our own census. I said that I do art and I'm an art teacher. I went to college for a whopping 8 years. I got 3 degrees. I got an associate's degree, bachelor's degree in sculpture, and a master's degree in visual art. I'm a welder. If you haven't seen any of my art stuff on this channel, I haven't done it in like a year and it hurts my heart. But the school I'm at right now doesn't have the facilities for that, so I have had to not do welding or large-scale metal sculpture for about a year, which is okay. I kind of expected that, but I have been just using the time to kind of take a break and explore other avenues for my art and just kind of freshen up my practice and think about some other ways of doing sculpture and getting back into painting and all that good stuff. But I will get back to that eventually and hopefully get some really cool sculpture builds back in there. I play guitar. I think if you know me, you know that, but I took guitar lessons for 10 years. I've been playing guitar since I was 9 years old. I really like to sing. I don't do it a ton when other people are around, but I played guitar and sang in a choir for about 10 years. I've definitely kind of lapsed in skills as far as reading music and that kind of stuff, which is a bummer. I need to get refreshed in that kind of thing, but I do still really enjoy playing it. I collect scissors, as if you have noticed my beautiful mural thing back here that's hanging the wrong way because it was not built for this wall, and so it's now vertical. I have a collection of either like vintage antique scissors or just ones that I think are cool looking or like made out of weird materials or pretty much just anything. If I like how they look, I will buy them. These are a actually very small portion of what's left over of a big 20-foot chandelier, basically, that I made out of scissors a few years back. It was a piece that hung in a school library for about a year, and these are some of what's left, but these are the only ones I took with me here, just because I need to have my babies with me. That's not weird or anything. So I also really love, this actually isn't on my list, but I love to crochet. I've also been doing that since I was about 9 or 10. That was kind of like my year for like, okay, here's my lifelong hobbies. No, this is a little guy that I made. I just think it's cute, and it's sort of like, I have smaller ones that I bring with me when I travel, and they just kind of like help me not be anxious because of the things we're not discussing today, because this is not a video about them. I get anxious when I travel, so I have my cute little sweet voodoo doll there that hangs out with me. I also love books. I love to read and to write. I take great pride in my library and my ever-growing collection that my partner and I now share. We share the books. They're not his and hers. They're our books now. I've been writing books and stories since before I knew how to write. I used to scribble on paper and have my big sister staple a piece of paper together, and then I would bring them to my mom and tell her that I wrote her a book. I have one manuscript for a like middle grade, which is like middle school literature, for a novel I've been trying to publish for a few years, and I actually for about a year now have been working on a much bigger project that I'm hoping to get far enough along to start putting together a book proposal to try to send to some publishers pretty soon. Well, I guess it's not super obvious right now, but I have quite a bit of tattoos. I'm completely obsessed with tattoo culture. I love learning all about it. I don't just like to get tattoos. I love learning about them. However, I have zero desire to be a tattoo artist. I'm scared of whales. And kind of, I wouldn't just blatantly say I'm scared of the ocean, but I am scared of whales, I think, just because of the bigness of them. Like those National Geographic photos that are like way far away aerial shots of like people in a canoe, and then there's the shadow of like a whale underneath them. Those give me so much anxiety. It just freaks me out so much. And I've always been kind of timid in the ocean just because it's very like big and open and scary. And I did one time when I was like 14, like I got caught in the undertow, drug me over the rocks a little and kind of scraped up my feet pretty good. That was scary, but whales, terrifying. I like to cook, although I don't think I'm particularly good at it. I really love to try new recipes. Before Pinterest was really a thing, I would obsessively go on websites and like cooking websites and save recipes and stuff and never try them. I actually probably almost like a good 6 months ago now, I decided, because I also love to organize. I love to make lists and I love to organize things. That is like a great day for me, is when I can do both of those things. But I made a list of all the recipes I had like saved on my computer and on my Pinterest, and I have been trying to make at least 2 or 3 of them like every weekend. I wouldn't say I'm a bad cook, but I'm not great, and I often am afraid that things are not gonna taste good. But I think I do okay, but I have fun doing it. I have been in my life to 28 of our 50 states and 3 different countries. I've been to Mexico twice. I went to the Bahamas, and I've been to England. When I got hired for this job, this teaching job, they hired me 2 weeks before school started. My mom drove down here with me for a weekend to find us a place to live, and then the next week we moved here. That was the first time I had ever been to Texas, was on that trip to find a place to live here. So that was cool. I think that became state 28 or maybe 29. I don't know. But it is one of my goals to go to all 50 of them eventually. But here's one that, this is an embarrassing one. So this is one that even if you know me, you probably don't know. So when I was already way too old when they first started coming out, but those Barbie movies that started coming out, I think in like 2000, I always really liked those. I was obsessed with Barbies when I was a kid. I probably played with them way longer than you're supposed to, but I loved those movies so much, and I'm acting as if I still don't. I do. That's why this is embarrassing. This is like my guilty pleasure thing, but I still will try to watch the new ones when they show up on Netflix to see if any of them are good. They almost never are. But I own, up until a certain point, every Barbie movie. Yeah, so I have like a secret box. It's bright yellow, it's not secret at all. But I have a box in my living room that is full of all my Barbie DVDs. And I don't watch them that much. It's probably like, I think last Christmas was the last time I watched the Christmas ones. But I like to watch them when I'm sad, or just when I need, I don't know, when I'm in the right mood to watch something really girly and fun with like cute music. The one where Barbie goes to Paris and becomes a designer is some of my favorite Barbie music, and it gets me inspired because I also sew and I like to make clothes. This just sounds ridiculous coming out of my mouth. Yeah, I like Barbie and I'm not ashamed. So there. But yeah, so on that really fun note, I am gonna call it quits because I've been rambling for 20 minutes. I thought this was gonna be like 5 minutes. I hope you were entertained and that you maybe learned something about me if you wanted to. If you are sick in any way, remember, you are not your illness. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.